What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm here to bring you guys the latest video in my Must Have Miss Gags series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have everything listed and linked down below. If you see an asterisk behind that link, that means it is an affiliated link. If you shop through it, I very much appreciate it. Otherwise, no big deal. I'm just happy that you came to talk makeup with me, because who else is gonna talk makeup with me? No one. So this look, I did film the concealer application because I am now going ahead and doing my video for the House Labs concealer. This video will not be up though until Friday because it's going to be more than just one day. It's going to be a 3-day wear test, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, everything is just honestly normal stuff for me. I will have everything listed and linked down below for you guys. Face wise, if there's too much in the description because of, I'm talking about new makeup, then it will be in a pinned comment. So do not worry about that. But with that said, the 21 Days of Beauty, of course, that is going on right now. Today is actually one of those days. Let me scoot over. Today is one of the days that I actually thought I was going to be buying the most from the 21 Days of Beauty. I decided to pass when I actually really got down to looking at the colors of the Persona cream blushes. None of the blushes really felt like they were going to add any value to my collection. And although I like the stick cream blushes in general, I prefer pan cream blushes. So I'm going to pass on that. I've got quite a bit of new stuff just recently that I need to take the time to test out. I'm also doing my project pan, so I didn't want to do too much by getting, a whole lot of things. There is still, I think, one more day that I had on my list to pick up some things, and we'll see if I pick them up. But we have so many beautiful, interesting things to talk about. And one thing we will talk about now, because I did go ahead and pick it up, is the fact that the new Adept palette is already available. I did pick it up. I feel like we vaguely talked about it before, but that was before it actually launched. So I do want to let you guys know I'm happy that it was only $79. I know that that's like a ridiculous price to be happy about, but for the amount of shadows in these palettes, Adept tends to do a little bit more expensive, at least with their previous one. So I'm so happy that this one was only $79. And so I scooped her up, and I am doing a beauty budget this month, and I'm going to continue on for the rest of the year. So that really took out a huge chunk of my beauty budget, but I truly think it's going to be worth it, and I am so happy, and I can't wait for it to get here so that I can do a 3 looks 1 palette. So definitely stay tuned for that. Urban Decay is coming out with some new products. Not only are they coming out with a new packaging, I believe, of their glitter liners, they also have a new shade in their Vice Bond, which is a black. I understand why they're coming out with the black right now. Of course, we're coming into the Halloween season, and a lot of people like to wear black lip products during Halloween season. This formulation, though, I've come to realize it's just not a favorite for me, so easy pass for me in that regard. As for the glitter liners, I've had 1 or 2 before. I actually preferred the NYX glitter liners, so for me this is going to be an easy pass, although I think some of the colors are interesting, and I could definitely understand why you would pick them up if you were really interested in the colors. Paul and Joe, I talked about this last week. They did the collaboration with Cinnamon Roll. Now we see the actual products. So they have a primer and hand cream kit. They have a face powder, a lipstick case, lip balm, treatments, a mirror, and a body hair and mist. I actually like this collection in general. I really do like it. Is this something that I'm gonna run to pick up? No, but I like it. It's cute, and it's not like a gaudy cute. It's just plain cute to me. So I like it. Insulin Cosmetics is coming out with a Harvest Moon eyeshadow palette. I have yet to try this brand. Honestly, I haven't been really, gravitating out to unknown brands as much as I did in the past, but this is a brand I definitely have my eye out on. I feel as though they have quite a few different color schemes that have been interesting. It just hasn't been released at the right time for me to personally pick up, but I'm very excited. If you did not know, the fall months slash winter are my time to shine. I love the last third of the year is my favorite. I absolutely love it. And so this is going to be the time where it's going to be really hard for me to, curb my spending, which is why I really wanted to get on a literal beauty budget, which yes, I should have been on one before, but we're gonna let that go. So excited to see what comes of that. There's also a new flavor in pumpkin spice latte for this lip balm treatment from Bigger Than Beauty Skincare. I've never heard of this brand before, but I'm sure with their lip oil being in this pumpkin spice, they're gonna get a lot of people who are excited and go ahead and pick it up. I don't like pumpkin. I don't like the pumpkin spice flavor. I don't do anything pumpkin at all. So this is going to be a pass for me, but it will definitely be interesting to see, if more people try the brand, and if they do, if they really like the formula after trying it because of the pumpkin spice flavoring. I talked about this quite a while ago now, but Glow Recipe has come out with their firming serum. I think that this is something that makes sense for their range. Their range tends to do a lot of serums. They tend to do them based on these fruit, or they tend to do it based on a fruit of some sort. So they haven't done any pomegranate. It makes complete sense to me. I don't want to rush to get this. If I pick it up, yeah, why not? I could see me definitely using some lifting elements in certain areas of my life, but for right now, I think I'm gonna pass. We do have some sad news coming from Milan Rowe Makeup. They are closing down. So if you have been an avid fan of this brand, do know that if you want to pick up a backup, which I wouldn't recommend, of their eyeshadow palettes, you gotta get it done now because they are closing. I don't believe they have like a date that they're closing. It's just kind of once they run out of stock, they run out of stock. It's very unfortunate, but it is the times. We had so many brands coming out of the woodwork for so long that eventually a couple of brands are unfortunately going to have to close. But, as I always say, just because one door closes doesn't mean that another window won't open. Who knows? This brand might close today, and then in a couple of years, they may come back under a different name or under their name with just, ideas that work better for the market at the time, and they can really sustain their business longer. It looks like Milani is coming out with some lip oils as well. This is lip oil season, okay? She is here to stay, and I'm here for it. I am going to watch and wait for other people to review these. Apparently, these had already been out before, but they just came out with new shades. And since I hadn't heard anybody talk about these, I'm a chill. They did recently come out with the Cocoa Cacao, which means, of course, brown lip oil, which is right up my alley. So I could see me picking that up. But once again, I want to watch and see what other people say. I don't want to really spend my money because I don't have much to spend in the beauty realm. There's a collaboration afoot between Goose Creek and Little Debbie's. Have you tried Goose Creek? Please let me know. I am very much a candle girly. I always have a candle on pretty much when I'm in this room, and I've never tried Goose Creek, but this collection, among some of their other collections and just scents that they have, are really making me interested. I went on their website recently because a YouTuber that I follow, I can't think of her name. It has geek in it. Geek Mom? Geek something? I can't remember, but she does a lot of candle reviews, beauty reviews in general, and really is like, she's the girl to go to if you are on YouTube and you want to know about Bath and Body Works. She has a very quirky personality, but to me, that's perfectly fine. I don't really mind. I have a quirky personality, so it works. But she reviewed these and she said that they were good, but I want to hear from y'all, because I would love to pick up that honey buns and the oatmeal cream pie. Those would be a love for me. And the way that she was talking, she was saying that they basically are literally what they say. So I would love, and I do mean love, to try it. Ofer is coming out with a collaboration with Ali Dawson, and they're coming out with a Falling in Love palette, a liquid lipstick, a lip gloss, and yeah, those are the products that are in this collection. I think the collection is cute. I am personally going to pass. It's just not enough for me to personally want to pick it up, and with me only allowing myself one palette and very little monetary to buy beauty, this is just not going to make the cut. It's not going to make the cut. Another thing that's not going to make the cut is this from Kosas. This is their Undressed Talc-Free Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. I am not the person that's going to sit here and say that browns are boring. I have an all brown look today. I can dig a brown, very neutral, very subtle makeup aesthetic specifically on the eyes. But this is like 10 years too late. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. They don't have it in their range. But for me, it would make more sense to bring out a color palette that is going to bring people to your brand, that is going to bring people to want to actually try your formula, not necessarily this. And I guess it makes sense for the brand's aesthetic and their vibes. Their brand is very kind of low-key, glowy, effortless, but my skin type situation. So maybe that's why they did this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. It is $40 and it should be already available in case you are interested. Another concealer is coming out from Gucci. This is their Concentrate de Beauté concealer. I have no idea what the let me see, what does it say the finish is? It's a seamless skin-like finish, so it wouldn't be for, I guess, their matte foundation. I guess it would be for their more radiant foundation. I've never tried any Gucci makeup. I don't think I've tried any Gucci makeup, and no reason, I just haven't been drawn. Oh, I have a bronzer. I have a bronzer from them. I actually do like that bronzer. But anyways, other than that bronzer, I haven't really been drawn to the brand, and this is not going to draw me. I am currently in the review process for my House Labs and the Tower 28, and you guys will be hearing so much about those, like I said, on Friday. So I'm going to pass on this, but in the event that you're interested, it is $36.50. Something that I need. Okay, so I saw it on my newsfeed, on my newsfeed. I saw it on my feed for YouTube, but I was busy and I haven't been able to sit down. I am definitely watching it at some point very, very soon. And this is the fact that Morgan Turner has already showcased that she has a bunch of these palettes. I don't know how she got the palettes. I'm assuming in PR. I need to know what these palettes look like. I need to see them swatched, applied, all of that. These are the Hourglass Holiday palettes. I do have one from last year. I have the Tiger one from last year. I actually really like it. I liked how it applied. I like how it blended. I really liked everything about it. There was a shade or two that did not work for my skin tone, which was very annoying. So I'm hoping with this 4-pan kind of color scheme, I'm able to get one where I can use all of the shades. Is it useful or smart for me to use my money, my small budget, to buy this? No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie, it's not useful and it's not smart because I don't use this continuously. I tend to really like to kind of piecemeal my products with the different kind of singular compacts, but that jellyfish looks real cute. She looked real cute. So we'll see what happens. ABH has already showcased their new palette, and this is actually very exciting. I know a lot of people have kind of gotten into the point where they want to see ABH, I feel like to an extent, release a little bit more, because they went from releasing a whole lot to kind of not releasing anything. And so this palette is interesting. I think that it looks really pretty. I appreciate that there is actually a colorful matte in there with that purple, with the 2 greens, and then you get some browns. I think it's cute. Is this something that I'm going to allow myself to be my only palette of the month? No, but I could see me doing exactly what I did with her previous 2 palettes that I picked up at the end of the year. When it's my birthday month in December, I will use my points, and I can see me splurging and putting that in the cart, because then I'm not using my money. I'm using points that I've already built up and was going to use anyway. So that's my mindset. We'll see how it works. Notoriously Morbid is also showcasing a new palette, and this is their Season of the Witch, and it should already be available. And this is a 9-pan, 3 mattes, 6 shimmers. I think it's cute. Not something that I need, but I like the difference in it. I like that there's no browns, and I like that it's more of a purple and green color scheme mainly. Fenty. Fenty has come out with her body cream formula for her perfume, and she's also come out with a perfume travel set. So this is coming to Sephora, and I'm going to wait. The perfume cream is $86. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Is that how expensive the big size is? I got a travel size, so maybe I really wasn't paying attention, but I do really like that cream. I will say, me and a friend were talking, and she was telling me how she saw this and was like, did you see this? Did you like the perfume? I actually do like the perfume after going through the travel size. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful, musky, slightly sweet perfume. It's great. As for the body cream, for me, I actually don't use it as a body cream. I use it as a hand cream. I got so used to using it, right after the bathroom at my old job. I would just go to the Sephora, rub my hands in the Try Me tube or whatever, and I would go about my business, and my hands would be nice and moisturized. I would smell good. It would all be good. So I'm going to get the body cream. I just don't know when. Probably going to wait for it to go on sale. Fenty tends to do sales, especially during the holidays. I doubt that this is going to be on sale this holiday season, but I can wait. As for the travel set, I think I'm going to pass on the travel set and just get a full size. I was already planning on getting a full size later on, so I think that's the route that I'm gonna go, just because the travel size is $95, and I want to say the bottle is somewhere around that price too, so I might as well just get the bottle. That way I can have it here in my collection, and she can have some fun with her sisters, because her sisters be thugging around here. They be thugging. MAC is coming out with another new lip product, and this is their Locked Lip Kiss. Locked Kiss lipstick, and this is a product that has oils. It is supposed to be a creamy soft matte, and it's 18 shades. I see browns. I'm gonna try this. I previously said I was gonna try their powder matte formula. I just never got around to picking it up, but this is gonna be a try. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get it, especially because I know it's gonna come to Ulta. I'm getting it. Give Me Glow is coming out with some new magnetic palettes, and they're cute. They're glittery. Apparently they're supposed to be 15 in total. They just showed us 3. I like it. In case you still need magnetic palettes because you're still into singles, I wanted to make sure you guys knew. So we have a lot of holiday makeup coming out right now. So Too Faced has pretty much showed all of their holiday stuff, and I believe it's pretty much already released at their respective retailers. Holiday makeup in these sets, they're not for me, and I doubt they're for you guys. This is really for people who they get one palette, their grandma gets them one palette a year, and they're set for the rest of the year. That's not me. So I'm going to easily pass, and I'm sure there's going to be YouTubers that pick this up to review it for you guys. That's never been my channel. So I'm just not going to do it. Something that I think unfortunately is going to be up too late for you guys to get use out of is the fact that Bath and Body Works is doing a sale right now. If you're interested in knowing about the Bath and Body Works sales more up to date and more in a timely manner, definitely follow Life Inside the Page. They really do well with not only their blog but their Instagram, and you really get up to the know, and she has a lot of sneak peeks that nowhere else seems to have. Rude Cosmetics is coming out with a Blur Bomb Drop, which I am confused by that naming because it looks like it is a compact blush, but yeah, they call it a Blur Bomb. No. They call it a Blur Bomb Drop. So I'm very interested as to what it is. I know that this is kind of a drugstore brand that you can only get online. I don't believe this brand is available anywhere in person. And yeah, I'm just curious as to what it is. Okay, so it says it's a translucent blurring balm with a filter-like finish. This is for poreless balm. So see, for me, this is, as it said at the very end, is for a no makeup look. So that's not something that I need at all. Next, for holiday makeup, we have this advent calendar from Makeup Revolution. This is a 25-day advent calendar, and if you are planning to get this and you don't want to see what it is, do not look up. I appreciate when brands give us these like previews, at least for some of the products, because I don't like a complete mystery. This is not going to be something that I pick up. I'm not a huge fan of these advent calendars in general, let alone, like I said, mystery boxes. But I appreciate that this brand has showed us at least a couple of things that are going to be available. Gourmand Girls is doing a collaboration with, is this a collaboration? I don't think so. So Gourmand Girls is doing a palette, and this is the Secret Grove palette. I think this is really pretty, especially for fall. You get some reds, you get some greens, you get some oranges, you get a peachy kind of pink color in there. I think this is pretty. Is this something that I need? Unfortunately, no. But yeah, it's beautiful. It really is. Some new body scrubs coming from Herbivore, and these are in the scent hot cocoa and cocoa mint. I actually like these. These are $24 each. I can distinctly remember I picked up a Herbivore like toning mist from TJ Maxx, and I loved it. Mainly, I love the packaging. I used the mess out of that packaging, and I reused it multiple times before I finally, I think, lost it somewhere into this room. I will probably not pick these up, and if I do, it will be from a TJ Maxx. But I like the concept of these. I love myself a body scrub. I use a body scrub pretty much every time I'm in the shower. I love the consistency. I love just, the routine of using it. So yeah, I like it. Definitely let me know if you're interested, and let me know if this is your favorite body scrub. I feel like body scrubs have really like revolutionized the bathtub or even shower time for me, so I would love to know if this is a favorite of yours. Some more kind of standard holiday coming out from Wet n Wild, and they tend to do these fantasy collections every year, and they're a lot of the times they're the cream palettes with some of the activated products, some glitters, some fake blood, stuff like that. Nothing that I need is in this collection, but once again, I just don't think that that type of collection is meant for me. It's meant for some kind of less enthusiastic makeup wearers. Unearthly Cosmetics is restocking their Surrender palette. I don't actually remember when they released this. I would assume, oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day. So this is the Valentine's Day box, and they're allowing you to pre-order it right now. I don't even remember honestly watching the videos for this, which tells me I don't need this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass. ColourPop is now starting to showcase some new collections. I feel like they went through a period where they weren't releasing all that much, and now they're releasing a new palette for their Halloween time, and this is the Haunted Mansion collection. They have an eyeshadow palette for four super shocks. Why did I have such difficulty with that? They have a bunch of lip products, and then they have a glitter gel situation. Let's talk about the palette, because I feel like that's the most important thing, although I do want to highlight the fact that the glitter glows in the dark. I love that. I love that for them and for whoever actually gets that and buys it. It's not for me, but I do want to go ahead and talk about this palette. I like that this palette is very, very cool tone. I like that this is not a palette color scheme that I've seen from the brand. Granted, could you build it by what they already released? Of course, but this is a new color scheme for the brand. So I appreciate that. I think that, as always for me, had that middle 9 pan been the actual palette, I may have picked it up, but I just am not interested. There's way too many mattes in there I just don't think would work for me. And it's just, I'm good. I don't really deal with cool tones on the eyes. Keeping it going, Adept not only released that new palette that I talked about at the very beginning, but they are now showing the multi-use holiday palettes that they're going to be releasing. And these are the Rainbow Rider palettes. Or maybe it's just one and we're getting a whole bunch of different angles. I think yeah, it's only one palette, but we're getting multiple angles. I like the concept of this palette, but I know I'm not going to get any use out of it. So as much as I love to dep with the one face palette that I have, and just in general with all of their eyeshadow palettes, I am going to go ahead and personally skip. More holiday coming from NYX, and this is, you know, the typical quintessential NYX products where they have these sets of products that you just don't need. Nobody needs that many butter glosses. I don't care how much you love the butter gloss formula, you don't need that many. It's just, you know, some of these things I just don't understand why they're still coming out with the quantity that they are in the set that they're doing. But regardless, I'm gonna skip. It's just not something that I need. Definitely let me know if you are interested. Some things that I always tend to very much investigate very closely are the Sephora favorite sampler sets. These are a great buy, and it's even better if you pick them up during the semi-annual, they don't call it that, what do they call it? During the insider events that they do twice a year, because then you get a discount on top of what they're already putting in the set. So let's get into what is actually in this particular set. You get quite a few. You get 16 samples. You can try Flower Bomb, Black Opium, Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue, Good Girl, I can't tell which version of that. You can try Burberry Her, Lust for Sun, which I want to say is a Juliet Has a Gun perfume. You can try Golden Nectar and Ombre Leather, Versace's Bright Crystal, Fleur's Missing Person, Gucci Flora, Vanilla Woods from Seven Virtues. You can try a Marc Jacobs perfume. I can't see it's Daisy perfume. Valentino's perfume. The Prada perfume, and then By the Fireplace from Replica. Now, typically with this, what happens is that you can get all of these little little small vials, 1 milliliter vials, and you can then get a 1 ounce bottle of the perfume for free. For me, this is going to be a purchase. I'm definitely going to get this because I already wanted the one By the Fireplace from Replica, and I only wanted the 1 fluid ounce, and I only wanted that because although I like that scent and I do use it, I don't use it nearly as consistently as Jazz Club, which is why I got Jazz Club in the 3.4 fluid ounce. The other scents, I've tried quite a few, and you know, they're cute and all, but I definitely would get that. So yeah, they're all cute and all, but the one that I definitely want to pick up without a shadow of a doubt is definitely going to be that By the Fireplace. So that is definitely going to be on my list, as it always is during the sale. I typically get all of the sampler sets that I have even an inkling that I want to already go ahead and get the size that I can redeem the coupon for during that sale, and then, you know, I just go in. And then the last thing I want to go ahead and talk about is another Makeup Revolution product, and this is their Bright Light Face Glow. Does this remind you of anything? Charlotte Tilbury. So this is interesting. I understand why they did this, to make it cheaper and easier for people to get a similar vibe in the event that they can't afford Charlotte Tilbury. But I will say Charlotte Tilbury did finally extend the range, so it might not be necessary. Overall, for me, I feel like this week was an easy pass. There is an expensive item that is on its way to me right now. I have no words, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely shout out down below if you had any products that I talked about that you are really interested in or not interested in. I would love to hear from you guys. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.